If you think you know moving averages, I'm going to challenge you today to think again. Most traders use the 50, the 100, the 200, you name it, all those day moving trading averages, all of those lovely fancy dancy things. But do they actually work? Oftentimes, you use these things, you lose money too, and you know it. What if I actually told you there's an advanced strategy that combines price action, volume, and volatility with a very detailed and specific custom moving average tool? What if I actually told you there is an actual moving average system that can allow you to get in and out of the market? This is nothing that I've ever seen on YouTube, and they've got all this fluff about the 50, the 100, the 200. I know, but today I'm about to reveal the best moving average strategy you will ever see within the financial markets. So without further ado, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you actually share this with a struggling trader so that they can start making some profits within the financial markets. Without further ado, let's get right into it. If you're new here, I'm Kerry, and listen, I want you to be real. Most people treat moving averages like magic wands, like they can just wave them and see a golden cross and say, okay, the market is bullish, or see a death cross and say, okay, we're bearish. But price doesn't work like that. It's not a magical system. It's not a fairyland. It's literally price action that you have to learn how to tap into so that you can actually master how to make your profits day in and day out within the financial market. So I want you to really understand this, that basic moving average strategies, they don't really work because they lag. They're oversimplified, and literally they kind of put some blinders on so that you don't even see when you should get in at the right time. So I don't consider the regular 50, the 9, the 200 combo as effective ways to tackle the market. But what I'm going to be showing you is literally what is going to blow your mind. So let's dive right in. All right, all stars, I know you're literally wondering, what moving average can I actually show you that can literally make a big difference to your trading strategy? Now, what I'm about to reveal in this video is something that is really, really powerful, and it's not talked about as much. So it's really lesser known within the trading space, but it's a powerful tool that can literally make your trading way better. Now, I know you're wondering, what is this concept that I'm trying to share with you? This is literally called the Kaufman Adaptive Moving Average Strategy, otherwise known as KAMA. Now, this was developed by Perry Kaufman, a quant level analyst. This man knows his stuff, and trust me, when I show you this, you're going to see that there is no fluff. When it comes on to this system of the KAMA moving average, right? Literally, it allows you to make moves within the market that are smart and precise, even when the market has a lot of noise and volatility, right? So why is KAMA different from, using your 50, your 200, your 9, your 14? Why is it different from the regular moving averages? It literally adjusts speed based on market volatility, right? So if the market volume is high, you're going to see that this changes real quickly for you to catch that quick move, right? You're literally going to see that it's very smooth, even in consolidation phases of the market. So market is moving sideways. You literally see that you have a seamless finishing to this moving average. And even if the market is trending, oh my God, it is so efficient to show you that move so that you can capture the play. Now, it filters out false signals, right? Unlike the other moving averages, this filters out the false signals that will come into play, and it will show you, even if there is like liquidity grab and all of that, you will see that, listen, wait before you enter. So this is like a strong confluence that you can be adding to your trading with price action to show you how to take advantage of the markets. Now, it works beautifully with price action. So this is really what I'm going to be breaking down to you. Now, how do you find this actual indicator that I'm referring? How do you get it? So first, you want to be looking on your indicators tab. And when you click on that, you're going to be typing in Kama, K-A-M-A, and you're literally looking for the one that says Perry J. Kaufman, right? Which is the adaptive moving average. That's the one. Now, if you're going to be using it, you can easily tap on the star right here to add it to your favorite so that it's on your regular system, right? So now we've added it to our actual charts. This is what it looks like, right? This is literally what it looks like. And in, looking at this, there's a lot that you can see without me even explaining, but I'm definitely going to break it down so that you understand what you're looking at, especially if you're a newbie and trying to understand the flow of the market. No, very simple. Let's go a little bit further back. Whenever we see that the moving averages has become red, that is an indication that it's time to go short. And if we're going short, that means we're going to be selling, right? When we see that there is a nice green flow of the lines, that means we're going long, time to buy, right? That's how simple it is. No, if you look at the seamless finish, you can literally see that we're on the 15-minute time frame. And I love using it on the 15-minute time frame because it gives clearer perspective and it allows me to hold my trades even longer, right? So if I'm using price action, right, and I'm literally using this as an added confluence, this would make my trading even better. So perfect example right here, right? You would have recognized right here. Let me put my demonstration system on so that you can see right here. Perfect. You would literally see that price sold off aggressively right here. So this becomes a nice supply zone. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our rectangle and we're going to highlight that green candle from wick to wick, and we're going to drag it across. And as you can clearly see, this was our supply area. And what happened is that as soon as price came back to this area, we had a wick rejection. However, we didn't have an engulfing candle immediately. So that was an indication that we needed to wait. So we're now in our supply zone. We've got a bit of wick rejection right here at the zone. And literally, we don't have a lot of power move. But once you started coming further down and now you've closed below the moving average, literally you would see that we have now turned red. Once we have the pull back into the zone, then you would take the trade. And of course, you'd be aiming to get back into this area right here. So, if we put on a short position tool, you'd be putting it on at the close of this green candle. Your stop loss would be here. And of course, you'd be aiming at least for a 1 to 2. Now, sometimes you don't get it as you wish, right? But one of the key things that I have been teaching you is while you're in the trade, what you should be doing is always trailing your stop once you're running into profits, because we can never guarantee where the market would go. So we were targeting this area. We fell a little short of it, but it literally, gave a massive amount of profits. So even if you targeted here, even if you wanted to reduce this a bit, you could have, taken a 1 to 2 right there as well. So just showing you the potential when it comes on to here, right? We were in this, so price action is backed up by what we're looking at, right? Got that nice clean area of entry right here. And of course, look, it would have shown us that we were going to get a little bit of green push up. So directly there, even the wick rejection, you're looking at price action as well. Look at the wick rejection here, massive wick rejection. And if you look, it's directly within this area, right? All right, it's very close within this area. So take your profits and go. Nothing ain't wrong with that, taking your profits and go, because you're in massive profit. So take it and go. Now, literally, I want you to understand that when you're using this with price action, you're literally just, even this zone, look at this. We came back into the same area, created a double top, a lovely double top. Then we got clear indication right here that we ought to sell with this engulfing candle. And we already know that we're within a supply zone, right? So this bearish engulfing candle, we're red and we're holding and we're trying to aim back to within this area here. Literally, you would have got great profits flowing into the area. So this is literally called the Kaufman, right? You can find it in TradingView as I've shown you before, and you literally wait on the play. Look at this. We came back into this demand zone. I like to make my demand zones of different color. Hold on. There we go. So that you can clearly see. So we'll put it in green. There we go. So that's our demand. Look at this. We came back into the, so price action is backing up what I'm literally showing you here. So this could literally be an added confirmation, an added confluence on your chart as a very advanced moving average strategy using your areas of supply and demand to captivate moves within the market. And as you can clearly see, you would have gotten a full play here. We turned green, and where did it go? It went all the way back within the actual supply area. So pay attention when price is showing you what it's made of, and it's giving you these confirmation with all the confluences that you can use. And I'm telling you, this has been dropping profits left, right, and center within the All-Stars camp. So you want to tap into this and you want to benefit from getting some money from the financial markets by tapping into a powerful strategy like this. Now, you're probably saying, Kerry, does this work for everything? Now, what I'm going to show you is USDJPY. So if we go to the same indicators tab and we add our Perry Kaufman indicator, you'd see the very same thing. Look at this. Powerful move up, prices being supported by the moving average. Powerful stuff. We were consolidating. And even in the consolidation, you being a trader know that we don't touch the market too much in consolidation, but we wait for the breakout. And of course, we got that breakout, came back for a retest, and we flowed, we dropped. And listen, you would have made profits here, right? So literally, this gives you a nice flow when it comes on to making profits consistently within the financial markets. I have back tested this, and honestly, it has about an 85% win rate when it comes on to taking trades and utilizing supply and demand price action behind it to actually give you the confirmation as well to take the trade. So we're not just using our moving averages, we're being advanced, we're lining up with our support or resistance. So I know you're wondering, does this work on gold? So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to pop gold up and we're going to do the same thing so that you can see. So we're going to go indicators, Perry Kaufman, and there we have it. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, all these pips. I know you're wondering, where has this thing been all your life? You have hit the jackpot by just being on this actual video tonight. So I want you to really understand that this is a powerful thing, really powerful. And if you're using it alongside your supply and demand zones, I'm telling you, you won't have hand to withdraw your profits from the financial markets. So I want you to really understand what I'm showing you here. Once we're green, right, and prices being supported, you literally have the ability to take that trade and benefit from the profits. Now, what I'm going to be dropping here is some solid rules so that you understand how to be using this the most effective way so that you can be benefiting as much as you can from the financial markets. Right? So, with that said, these literally are rule number one. Let me grab my text. You know, I like to put them here so that you can literally see them very clearly. So when we're using the comma, we generally look for long positions. So rule number one, put rules here. And we'll go one. We take long positions when price closes above the comma, right? Long positions when price closes above the comma, which is the moving average, right? The comma. And remember, this is literally when price is at your actual demand zone, right? At the demand zone, right? There we go. So the next one would literally be the opposite. Number two, we take short positions, right? So we take short positions when the comma is below, sorry, when price closes below the comma. When price, my bad, when price closes below the comma at a supply zone. All right, perfect. So generally speaking, these are our rules that we're going to go with when price, gives us the indication we're looking for, right? The whole idea of engulfing candles, we're looking for price rejections, we're looking for all those things with price action. We're targeting our demand and supply zones, as well as looking at what the comma is actually giving. Now, very simple. Number three, right? Whenever price pulls back but holds the comma, right? You can take your position then if you've missed the first move, if price pulls back into the comma, right? And it's still above, right? Let's look at this. We had a massive move up here, price pulls back, but listen, look on this red candle, it's still holding above. So price pulls back and holds above the comma or below the comma, then you know you're safe to get in, right? So price pulls back, but holds above or below the comma, right? And remember, the comma is this nice little green line, and red, it turns green when you are to go long, remember, as I said, and it's red when you're to go short, right? Now, one of the key things we also focus on as well is we're drawing our supply and demand zones. So always remember that, right? Highlight supply and demand zones using the rectangle tool. Perfect. So these are what we're going to go for, right? So we're going to show some live ones so that you can literally see how the thought processing works when you're actually taking these trades. So we're highlighting these zones and we're looking for price to give us the indication as well as the comma to give us another confirmation as to what price is about to do. So let's use even this same one that we're literally on. I'll kind of make this a little tinier. Okay, there we go for now. Yeah, that's good. So literally right here, you would see that we are currently pushing up. We know that we're bullish on gold. We've been fairly bullish, but there are times when even in a bullish move, you hit a supply zone and price actually falls. So what we're looking for is seeing that we've already been green here. Let's look to see if we can get an indication right at this zone, because obviously this is a strong supply zone. Why is it a supply zone? Price has constantly pushed down from here. So what I'm going to be doing is highlighting here. This was our last one, candle before the push down. Let's see if we could get a play here. This would be red because it is a supply zone. So I've highlighted that. And here would be your strong demand. Why? Because price has aggressively pushed up from here. So let's highlight them. Here we go. And we drag it across. We need to do wick to wick. So the entire candle here. And we're a little bit too much above. There we go. Sitting on it now perfectly. So now we changed this one to green. Perfect. All right. So what we're going to be waiting on now that we've highlighted our supply and demand, which is our recent supply and demand, we're waiting on price action as well as the comma to give us that nice indication so that we can enter the trade. All right. So let's see what we get. Okay, nice move into the supply zone. Nice move, but we've got a lovely candle here, but it's still not engulfing. This is massive power that has come into the zone. So let's see how we continue to react. Perfect. Perfect. So now we've had a lovely push down, nice, juicy, bearish candle. And as you can see, we're having a little bit of pullback into the area here, but price is still holding, right? It's still holding, right? So price has come here, nice pullback. So we've pulled back into the area. We know this is a supply zone. So definitely we're working on taking a quick move back into this actual area here. So what you'd be looking for is your short position tool. You'll enter here. Your stop is now going to have to be a little bit strategic above here, and you're going to aim for at least a 1 to 2, right? At least, bare minimum. 1 to 2. So we're hoping for a little liquidity grab there. If we don't get it, then by all means, we're still good, but we just want to aim for some profits. So let's see what kind of play we can get within this area now. Perfect. There we go. And we're moving nicely into our take profit zone. Nicely. Perfect. Absolutely incredible. There you have it. When it comes on to this, you literally have hit the jackpot. And you could have even had an open TP waiting on even your comma to change color. It has not changed color it has not. So I'm telling you, this is a powerful tool. And when we talk about moving averages, this is the best adaptive moving average strategy that you can think of. And it does not lag. It is not delayed. It gives you the right play. We literally caught a 1 to 2 off this move, right? So you would have seen that I've placed my stop above my supply zone, and my take profit is directly within my demand area here. So can we do this on other pairs? Yes, we sure can. So let's look at where we are on USDJPY. All right, I like where we are. Why do I say that? We're literally at a demand zone. So we're going to be looking for buys back into this area. So let me mark out here my demand, which is right here, drag it across, and we've been bouncing off this zone for a good while. And there you have it. You can literally see this is where we've dropped from. So this would literally be here, your actual supply zone. So remember, we make our supply zones red and our demands are green. Perfect. So we're here and we're waiting on price to kind of give us a little bit of indication as to what it's actually doing. So let's see if we can get a nice move. We're still red. We're looking for some price action movement into bullish engulfing candles, and we're looking for the karma to turn green and for price to be holding within that green range for us to take a buy within this actual area. So let's see what we get. Okay, that's your liquidity grab. Perfect. So this is your liquidity grab. It comes quite often. And that is why I say to you, this thing is powerful. You see the liquidity grab, it did not even change for you just like that at your demand zone. So with this, you would be patient enough to catch the right move, right? So we've now got a rejection here, nice engulfing. Price is now being supported right here. So what I would be doing, I would literally be taking my long position right here on the close of this, and I'd be aiming to get back right at the tip there, and of course put my stop just to aim for 1 to 3, a little bit below there, right? So stop, 1 to 3. Ooh. All right, there we have it. Okay, we'll stick to that. So literally, we'll take our buy here. We weren't stopped out because we didn't get in too early, all right? And definitely, if you've got individuals that are struggling and you know that they're trading, share this with them. And I know definitely if you're finding value in what I'm showing you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and I'm delivering value to you here so that you can be making profits day in, day out within the financial markets. Don't forget to drop a thank you in the comments for this mad strategy that I'm literally giving to you for absolutely free. All right, so we'll get in on the buy here. Let's see how it plays out. Nice, nice move, still being supported. We've pulled back into it even more. There we go. Nice push. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. And do you see that? Even though we have pulled back, we still have not changed as yet. There we have it. There's the change within the supply zone. You could have even decided that, listen, now that we're in the supply zone, we could have caught a little move down, right? You could have literally caught the move down because you're now in the supply zone, you're seeing the reaction. So you could have caught the move up and you could have caught the move come back down. Oh my God, guys, if you're finding any value, I'm telling you, drop value in the comments. If you're finding any value in this video that I'm giving to you tonight, drop value in the comments, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing. Just to say thank you for, delivering such great value to you. Just hit subscribe, right? So this is a mind-blowing hack that I've literally been using, and I'm sharing it to you so that you too can make profits within the financial markets. Do you see that lovely down move from the supply zone? The same supply zone that I've drawn. We came back to this area and we got nice confirmation even from the karma to take or trade. Oh my gosh, right? Absolute pure value when it comes on to this thing. So as I said, if you're loving this, don't forget to hit subscribe. And literally, if we do this even on, USDJPY, it's the same thing. It's the same thing if you do it on NASA. It works. Now, what I'm going to actually encourage you to do is to do your back test work. Back test this. Do it on your own, right? Use the framework, use the steps, use the rules that I've given to you, put them into play, and practice all day, every day, right? If you want to be a profitable trader, you've got to put the work in. I'm giving you everything on a platter so that you can go make money, take the knowledge, and go execute as much as you possibly can. Now, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be dropping a follow-up video on this because there is a part 2 that is going to be blowing your mind. But in the meantime, make sure you watch this video on supply and demand so that you understand how to highlight your supply and demand areas effectively. Until next time, I'll see you. Remember to put God first in everything you do, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we'll be back with great content so that you can be the profitable trader your heart truly desires for you to be. See you soon.